nothing I do is performative. So I'm not going to, for instance, I'll use Hassan as an example. I'm not going to talk to a black person like Trihex and say, hey, the N-word, it's always... What do you think black people...
What a fucking liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. What a Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Excuse me for that.
Literally lying. Still lying to his audience.
Twitch CEO says they're open to giving permaban streamers another chance. Pretty sure most people in my audience hate Twitch at this point. They're a streaming website that really favors top streamers above all else, has completely inconsistent policy enforcement on bans, and overall is just a trash fire of a company. You know, it's crazy that a website that used to represent like the Wild West of the internet, the birth of streaming content online overall, and it now represents the most boring milquetoast streamers of all time who don't push the boundary, don't do anything entertaining, and just like sit around and play Valorant and giggle at chat all day. Oh, and don't forget the softcore not safe for work stuff on the homepage.
The puppy needs to be let out. She's huffing and puffing, so I will be right back. Stay there, don't go nowhere. I'm gonna go wag my tail outside and make sure that she has a nice potty break. So BRBs.
Like, bro, how is this not on Shatterbait? And by the way, they literally refused to ban a girl who had intercourse on stream. Like, in the reflection, you can see the guy beating it up from the back, and that girl did not get a permaban. That is insane. And honestly, I wouldn't even care about that. I wouldn't care if she got banned one way or the other if a lot of other people were unbanned or were never banned in the first place. Because they have a track record of banning people for stupid, archaic reasons that are out of their control. Exhibit A, Destiny. Destiny is one of the longest full-time streamers with over 10 years of experience and was one of the founding members of the Twitch community for when it was just starting out, and single-handedly created the Twitch politics community. But I'm guessing you guys probably all know what he's all about if you've seen me on his streams recently, or because he's just, you know, a famous streamer.
What is the purpose of that comment?
I'm trying to stop them from bullying you because
The purpose would be okay. There is a clear purpose. The clear purpose would be your mom.
All right.
This guy, man.
This is just real prime time grade A in Wagyu.
You got owned.
fucking
You got
content,
owned.
dude.
You're owned.
Your mom. Wow, no, you. Reverse Uno.
Your mom
fucking-
owns you, little
yeah,
bro.
all right. Oh, you are-
El Rizz.
El Rizz. Dude, what the f is going? Like, what?
You have no
actually
Rizz.
is it? You're definitely a YouTuber. Definitely.
Gangnam Style, bro. You're owned.
What? You realize how retarded you sound, right?
Just see though.
You're over. Yeah. Now you don't have anything to say, and so you're just gonna come over here and just say. random
Dame
shit.
tu cosita. You're owned.
Yeah, I'm owned.
XQC don't know you, little bro.
And you guys probably all remember the Black Lives Matter riots from a few years ago, which happened as a result of George Floyd's death. Well, Destiny was talking about stuff on stream at that time, and he defended the rights of property owners to defend their private property from protesters who may want to tear it down. More accurately, he supported private property owners' right to defend themselves against rioters. And this is not the reason he was banned, by the way. This is supposedly what got him departnered back in 2020.
The rioting needs to stop. And if that means like white redneck militia dudes out there mowing down protesters that think that they could torch buildings at 10 p.m., then at this point they have my blessing, because holy shit, this shit needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago.
Now, I try not to weigh in on political topics too much, but at the end of the day, I don't think anyone would be surprised to find out I basically agree with this take from him. I think protesting is cool, protesting is fine, but if my personal private property is under attack by anyone, whether they're a rioter or a protester, I don't care who they are. I mean, that's property I work to own, and as a result, I think I should have a right to defend that property from people who want to destroy it. But this clip went viral on Twitter back in the day as a result of a bunch of Twitter lefties who hate Destiny, most of which are from Bosch's audience, and they ended up getting him departnered on Twitch, basically, which is dumb because, like, even if you disagree with Destiny, I feel like defending personal property rights should not be a bannable offense on any website. And a lot of people are going to make the argument like, oh, you're saying property is more valuable than human life. And I mean, no, not typically, but if you try to destroy something that I work for and no form of peaceful communication is working, then yes, your well-being becomes less valuable to me than whatever you're trying to destroy. This is also reflected in the law, by the way, which is why self-defense laws exist. If someone breaks into your house and you have a reasonable expectation that they're trying to harm you, then you can gun them down. That's in the fucking law. That's written in the law. You can do that in most places in the United States. I think everyone who's a reasonable human being who does not live in a fairy tale should agree with that law and agree that you should be able to defend your own property and your own life. But Destiny got departnered, meaning no more Twitch money, and no one was willing to help him out at the time. I believe he sort of blamed Vosh for allowing his personal friends and girlfriend to encourage Destiny's departnership heavily, and Vosh just did nothing about it. Here he is explaining how when Vosh got banned, Destiny did everything in his power to help him, while Vosh just watched as his friends got Destiny departnered and basically did nothing.
If you want to make like these, like you can make this argument where it's like, oh, well, he technically, like, I mean, he doesn't really support this and blah, 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 blah. Like, that's fine. If I have somebody that I'm friends with, like, I feel like I go to bat like really hard for that person. So, for instance, when it came to Vosh, I talked to 2 different people across 2 different engineering teams. I talked to my partner manager 2 or 3 times, initially to get him unbanned, and then initially to try to get him so that he could at least appear on other people's streams. And then I'm friends with one of the very, very, very high people on the moderation teams. I made an effort to talk to him to get him unbanned. And then there's another person that worked in partnerships that I had a discussion with about getting him unbanned too. I like exhausted every channel I had. And then when it comes to my own community, I feel like I police the fuck out of my community when it comes to harassing other people as much as I'm reasonably able to do so. And I think it's evidenced by the fact that every single person that I get into monster disagreements with, my community tends to simp for. Like, if you look at any major disagreements I have with Hassan or Vosh, like in the beginning, like usually my community is either split 50-50 or almost siding with the other people. So this idea that like Vosh, didn't hate you, that's just not enough for me to give a Like, I feel like I've gone out of my way, like, so much for somebody like this that if that's the defense, like, well, I didn't tell them to do it. Well, that's great, but I just don't give a about you as a person. Like, that's cool. Like, maybe we exist in the same space. Maybe we'll even talk again in the future someday. But no way would I ever call somebody like that my friend. Like, not even close.
This brings us to March 23rd, 2022, the day Destiny was banned for real, not just departnered, but permanently banned from Twitch. Now, to be clear, we don't 100% know the reason why he was banned. There's no statement Twitch made to anyone, as is often the case with these websites, but especially Twitch. And I think even Destiny doesn't know the exact 1000% reason to this day.
Chat, is this troll or not? Oh, man.
Yeah. Because the way that it was interpreted was I was saying trans people are subhuman or something.
I actually don't know what that means.
Okay, but that's like the worst bad faith interpretation ever.
Yeah,
you know who actually
my understanding is that, and again, I can only go by what I've been told because Twitch won't tell me anything officially. My understanding is that is even notated in my ban file. That they notate that, like, it's most likely he wasn't speaking about all trans people, but the language was just highly inflammatory. That's what is supposedly in the file.
On Twitter, not even on Twitch.
Interesting. The thing is that Disney says sometimes that he's actually right about in the most dog shit way possible on purpose, because he's like, oh, dude. Now he does. I don't mean for that. I mean, overall, he'll say something that he's right about, and he'll word in the most edgy way, right? Because in the end, he's right. So, like, you get as mad as you want to.
According to the streamer, he was given 3 reasons he would have been banned on the platform, though no actual moment on his stream was revealed. In the latest YouTube stream from Destiny, the streamer revealed it was hateful conduct that was the cause of his ban, but was not given any specifics. Instead, the platform allegedly said he was given some of the rules he may have broken to receive the punishment. He talked about how the platform doesn't give him a specific reason for his bans. Elaborating further at the 5:47:12 mark, he said, "They said a violation occurred on stream, and then the 3 possible reasons they gave were posting a combination of words and emotes in chat to promote denigration based on race, praising or supporting a hate crime, and then the 3rd one, this would blow my mind if it's the 3rd one, advocating for the exclusion of a group of people based on their disability." The streamer couldn't believe it would be the 3rd option, and he also shot down the possibility of it being hate raids. He made it clear he doesn't believe his community does such a thing. While there's no official reason given, the popular opinion seems to be a recent stream he held that involved Nick Fuentes. Nick is a white nationalist political commentator and has been classified as a supremacist by the Anti-Defamation League. The problem is that Fuentes is banned on Twitch, and that is something the platform takes incredibly seriously. Hikaru was recently banned for having Dr. Disrespect on stream, just as one example of many. And so just like that, one of Twitch's oldest streamers, who by the way is a lib, he's not like some crazy political figure with crazy politics, he's a lib, he got banned. Absolute insanity. We did later get an explanation from someone who used to work at Twitch and opposed Destiny's ban at the time, but it wasn't like a full-on explanation. It was just like he didn't agree with the ban. A lot of people didn't agree with the ban, and regardless, he stayed banned.
Yeah, wait, are you like an employee at Twitter?
No, I was an employee at Twitch for about 5 years and then I quit. Now I run a startup.
Wait, what were you doing on Twitch that I'm still banned?
Yeah, I am one of many who was very frustrated by that. Probably the only one on the safety team. I've been like, I could go on a whole rant about what's happened to like the politics scene on Twitch, but yeah. Your presence is missed.
But in the past few years, a lot of streamers have left Twitch, not even because of bans, but because they wanted to go elsewhere. Ludwig, for example, left Twitch for YouTube. Myth left Twitch for YouTube. Valkyrie left Twitch for YouTube. Tim the Tapman left. Laserbeam left. All of these big name streamers with 10,000 plus live viewers on average left Twitch for YouTube because they thought it was a better platform. This is a sign of the times, in my opinion, that someone like Ludwig, who is successful and certainly not hurting for attention, money, or anything, like Twitch was his home, would up and leave without anyone pushing him to. In my opinion, it's because a lot of streamers see Twitch as part of the past, and some of these sites like YouTube, for example, who's, taking streaming relatively seriously now, Kick, and even Rumble are part of the future. Well, now apparently the Twitch CEO has noticed this and is willing to give some permaban streamers another chance, now that a bunch of people are leaving the website because they know it's a sinking ship. He basically alludes to internal conversations going on about the fact that there are a lot of banned streamers that maybe should be unbanned. This guy called Quinn decided to ask the CEO about Destiny on stream specifically, and he didn't really give very much leeway.
What about someone who was on the platform from like Justin TV streaming, literally started an entire section, an entire new genre on Twitch at a movement, and was, generally speaking, kind of edgy and did, I guess cross the line, but not in a necessarily bad or a toxic way. And then they were indefinitely just removed from the website. And like, what would you do in my situation if that person was banned and you don't think they should be banned? Like, what would you do if you were me? To be fair, I'm referring to Destiny, to not be like, what would you just to be clear and specific.
And so I'm not going to talk about any specific case, right? Because the specific case, all I'll say, this is an area that we are looking at to figure out what's the right way to give people another chance.
So will Destiny be unbanned? Probably not, but maybe. It's like 0.001% more chance maybe than we thought before. So not the most hopeful thing in the world. He kind of dodges the Destiny question, but he does say that he's been talking about it with the rest of the staff, with how to go about unbanning people and maybe give them another chance, which is good. The idea that that's even being considered is good. Do I think that really matters for Twitch now that they've been unfairly banning people for 5, 6, 7 years? Probably not, but maybe it's a little bit of a step in the right direction on a path of destruction that they're already on. Clancy responded to the question by talking about permanently banned streamers generally. This is an area we're looking at to figure out what's the right way to give people another chance. Adding, the tricky thing is you need to do this in a scalable way. Whenever you talk about one specific example, one person, but people forget we need to have a similar opportunity for that affiliate that had 5 concurrent viewers that did it as we do for these big streamers, because there's a lot of small streamers, and figuring out a way to do this where when you give people a second chance, you do it scalably and you do it fair. It's important, and it takes some time to figure out how to do that right, which is so funny to hear because Twitch has never been fair. Twitch has never done any moderation decision fairly, ever. They never even tell you why you're banned. I guess it's a nice intention, but it comes across as like totally disingenuous based on the fact that they're not fair whatsoever. But I guess they're talking about maybe implementing some kind of like front end thing within Twitch, so that like there's like a better appeal process, or there's like a better way to get unbanned, and it's not just like big streamers getting their audiences to harass Twitch to unban them, which is, historically maybe a kind of decent way of doing it, right? I think it's safe to say Twitch is aware that they've been anal in the past, though, in regards to their hate speech and cyberbullying policy enforcement, and they're really annoying about this stuff. Throwback to when Jidion got banned for being mean to Pokimane.
I have been banned for over 8 months.
For context, the reason Jidion was banned was because he got his chat to raid Pokimane, and Poki's one of Twitch's favorites, so if you talk about her, she gets a little bit of special treatment, and they're gonna ban anyone who messes with her super fast. And even if raiding is against the TOS, maybe it shouldn't be. I feel like part of the fun of streaming is interacting with chat and trolling people a little bit. So overall, I feel like this is a silly reason to ban Jidion permanently. Should he get a strike or a short suspension? Okay, maybe I could live with that, but a permaban just feels super unreasonable. Meanwhile, a girl had sex on stream and got only a 7-day ban.
I'm going on with my stream, my chat spamming, yo, she's live on TikTok, she's live on TikTok, she's live on TikTok. So I joined in her TikTok live. Then I asked her the $1 million question. I know why, but like, how long are you banned for?
7 days.
What the? 7 days. She was banned for 7 days, showing to literally children, and only a 7-day ban.
Twitch is an absolute joke, man. And so when Jidion sees this, when he finds out that this girl got a short ban, when he gets a permanent one, he decided to start a hashtag on Twitter to get attention, because that's, you know, kind of how you do these things as a content creator. When nobody from the website's going to talk to you, you have to just raise hell with your audience. Every other YouTuber has the same experience that I've had, where if you can't get something done because YouTube just ignores you, then you have to start on Twitter. And you guys all know this because every 6 months you hear a new big story about a YouTuber who couldn't get anything fixed and had to complain to them on social media and start a hashtag for them to do anything. And so Jidion starts this hashtag, #TwitchRespond, and for some reason, despite thousands of people talking about it, it doesn't trend. And then he gets a DM from someone who claims that someone at Twitch is getting Twitter to suppress the hashtag so it doesn't have attention. And according to Jidion, this is a somewhat reliable source that he's inclined to trust.
Twitch is not trending anymore. You guys are probably wondering, Jidion, where are you trying to go with this? I get a DM from a reliable source. I'm not going to let you guys know who, but allegedly, someone at Twitch reached out to Twitter Connect to have them remove their name from the trending tab. Allegedly. 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 So, I want to prove a point real quick. After you guys watch this video, there's been a hashtag at the bottom of the video this entire time. Use this hashtag on Twitter. If a tweet has more than 2,000 comments revolving around it, it goes on trending. So I want all you guys that have Twitter to use this hashtag after this video is over. And if this is not on trending, that allegedly is gonna kind of look sus.
Do I know if this is the case? No, I mean, this is alleged, but it wouldn't really surprise me if these social media companies that are all in Silicon Valley are speaking to each other, if the employees are all friends because they went to college together. You know, I try not to be too spiteful these days, but Twitch as a company is straight up trash, man. Maybe they deserve their fate in the dust as a part of the past, or they need a massive internal restructuring and they need to fire like 500 people and change their name to something that doesn't have such a negative stigma around it.
Destiny still insists on being able to say the N-word. Based.
Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. And if you liked this video, consider becoming a member. For $5 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts, unreleased videos, and the members-only Minecraft server. Thanks so much to all of my YouTube members who fund my content.